JVTV, and this is a vlog.
This is driving. Driving with Sabrina and Jay. With I Am That Bitch and JVTV, because we're pretentious. I mean, I was just telling Sabrina, you know, because I'm taking her under my wing. It's hard to be famous. When you have about 500, 600 subscribers, I can't go anywhere anymore. She knows this. Like, I'll be walking to a 7-Eleven. They're like, hey, you just stole that loaf of bread. And I'm like, I can take what I want now. I'm famous. You didn't know that?
I can take that loaf of bread.
Well, I mean, stop shooting my photograph. They're like, that's a security camera. I'm like, and did I give you permission? I'm not going to sign that piece of paperwork, police officer. It's like, please, I've had enough. So, Sabrina, what do you want to do with your channel eventually?
I don't know. Pretty much my channel is just going to be pretty much exploring my life and seeing how many people are in my life, and you get to meet my family and all this.
That's boring. Here's what she should do with her channel. This is what I think she should do with her channel. You guys should dictate the direction her channel goes. I mean, you kind of helped me, like, when I first started out. Like, I think the first couple times I was doing actual movie reviews. And I kept, you know, putting a little swearing in there and stuff like that. I'm like, it didn't feel right. And then people are like, I like when you talk about this person or that person, or just being a mean fuck in general. I'm like, okay, no problem. Anytime. Yes, please. And, yeah. But I think, like, start telling Sabrina what you think she should do. Should she walk around the neighborhood? She lives in the hood. She could show you around the hood. She could tell you hood etiquette. She's a very good cook. Yes. She could show you baking, whatever. And we get that fucking thing out. You're not 10. Jesus Christ. And that's scary because that's her armpit hair. I don't know how she got it up like that. But she's also a good singer. It's just like, I think we have to ask these people, like, what do they want? Because they're going to be the ones funding you and subscribing to you and all that. And yes, I will take her under my little wing, and I will branch her out, and I will tweet out her videos, even. Okay, Sabrina, you have to have something interesting to say at some point. It's your channel.
Oh, no. But no, like,
tell them about, this is a very interesting conversation we had before. What is free bleeding? Explain to men.
Oh, you're talking...
What is all the different methods of...
Talking about periods?
Yes, because you mentioned that some people do this... What's it called?
Free bleeding.
And that... What are the pros, cons? What is it?
Okay, well, okay, so, yes, women bleed, and yes, unfortunately, we don't die from bleeding. But other ways we do, which is weird. But it's funny because there's different methods when it comes to periods. There's the normal tampon and pad. But first it was like, the evolution of pads is interesting.
But you said there's tampons. That's what girls sleep with, right?
No, there's tampons, pads, and then there's this thing called the Diva Cup. And then there's another thing that's called free bleeding when you're sleeping. Well, most women do tampons or Diva Cups because to them it's easier.
Right.
Because in the summer it doesn't smell, and
I didn't even think of that when you said
not only that, a tampon smells, but it's better in wintertime because it keeps your, like...
But just overnight it smells?
No, in general. It'll just smell for a while. Because if you sweat any of that, it'll start to stink.
But I guess why free bleeding? Why...
Women, okay, a lot of women will tend to free bleed at night. Pretty much put a towel down and just let your flow go. Because the simple fact is, I think, to me, yes, it can be gross sometimes because you can wake up, like, with blood on your thighs or whatever. But I like it because it airs you out and you don't have to worry about getting up in the middle of the night and changing a pad or a tampon or any of that. It just makes the, like, smell out.
But if you have to, like, I'm trying to understand from a guy's point of view, if you have to, like, go to the bathroom or pee, because girls, I believe, still sit down to pee, aren't you going to have, you know, that disgusting, like, Carrie movie blood all over you? I don't know.
It depends. Some people bleed heavy, some don't. It's iffy when it comes to people's periods. Some bleed really, really heavy where they have to be careful to, like, oh! We just
We dropped
died.
you. We died. We're
Okay,
gone. Almost.
but no, like pretty much. Okay, free bleeding is pretty much like you just with a towel, but some people do bleed like a lot, and then some bleed like very lightly.
And what is a diva cup?
Oh my god, a Diva cup is like a silicone like thingy.
Okay.
It looks like a little shot glass, and you squeeze it and you shove it up your hoo-ha.
And what the hell? And is what?
You shove a cup up your vagina,
Okay, and what?
and it fills up like a cup.
Okay. Doesn't that in danger of coming out?
That's what I was afraid of.
Or does it mold to your vaginistic area? Or whatever you call it.
I was always afraid that it would actually. I forget lights. Haha. I always thought it would come out, so I never used them. I just hold it. But no, I always thought it would come out, or like if you tilt, I thought like it would come out like an actual cup.
Doesn't?
No, I don't. I'm afraid. They're environment safe.
Wouldn't they be expensive?
They are. They're semi-expensive because it's a reusable cup. But that's disgusting.
I'm trying to think like if I was a female, like I'm just trying to think what I would do. Like I'd have to say I'd use a dirty sock.
Ew.
I just put it in there. Well, no, hear me out. Not a dirty sock, a new sock.
You couldn't use any socks because the simple fact is, if you use a sock, you can't shove it up your ha.
Why can't you just put it right by your hoo-ha and let it soak up and then throw that fucking sock out in the morning?
That's gross. It won't hold that much blood.
A sock? You obviously have not tried a Hanes. Hanes sock.
Oh, the heavy duty.
The heavy duty socks.
That would be gross because every time you walk or do anything, it would squish all the blood out. So you get on your pants.
Well, I'm saying overnight. Like overnight, I shoved that in my pussy, and then I can't believe I just said that sentence. I shoved it in my pussy, and then not shove it in my pussy. I'm not some fucking donkey loving bitch that's been rammed in Tijuana. But like I put it there, and then I, wake up in the morning like, okay, it's kind of me like a disposable tampon thingy, and it's comfy. If you think about it, like, because then you cross your legs, whatever, we're sleeping, you're turning over and stuff like that. Wouldn't it kind of just be like, ooh, it's just a little
cushion? I think that's why I like pads, because pads kind of do feel like you got a little comfy thingy up there, but then like when you're wearing loose clothes, it's not as bad.
Don't pads have tape? Don't they? Does that stick to you or the underwear?
The underwear.
Why did I always think it was the other way around sometimes?
No.
Is there a pad like that?
No. And then there's oh my god, going in the period out. I feel bad for parents nowadays, especially guys, because there's overnight pads, which are like long ass pads. I mean long. They're like 2 pegs stuck together. And then there's ones with wings. And then there's heavy flow, light flow. I was like,
oh Lord Jesus.
Same thing with tampons. There's overnight. There's active. There's this. There's that. I go in the aisles and I literally get like, what do I wear?
So do girls always leave the string out, or do they tuck
Yeah.
the string in? String always out.
The string has to stay out because that's how you pull it out.
Because I heard some girls tuck that in.
Ew.
Like, because maybe they're naked somewhere. I don't know. They don't want somebody to see it. They got a
Maybe.
boyfriend or something. I don't know how that works.
No, you're supposed to, there's an applicator, it shoves up in your crotch, your hoo-ha, crotch, whatever, and you push it in, and then you take the applicator out, and it stays in there, and then the string is just hanging there for
Do
safety.
you know what a porn star uses? And I just found this out. This is true, by the way.
Cotton.
No, a girl who's on her period,
Oh yeah, did you say like a sponge?
cosmetic wedgies.
Ew.
They use cosmetic wedgies, and they still do the scene. I mean, you're a girl. I don't know anything about it. Would that? Because apparently, sometimes the guys don't know who are having sex with these women that they're even on their period. But here's the problem: cosmetic wedgies obviously are not meant to go up in that area. So I was reading a thing with a porn star, and she had a lesbian scene with some girl. She was disgusted because there was a rancid odor coming from the girl. Couldn't figure it out. It had been up there for 3 days. She'd forgotten about it because I guess it's light. You might not feel it up there.
Ew, it's gross.
But she'd done another scene like 2 days before that and forgotten that it was.
That is gross.
that's the way the world works. The world is gross.
Okay, we should totally get sponsored with Starbucks. I'm waiting.
I've asked for a sponsorship for Starbucks. I'm always at Starbucks pimping them out.
I always do. I drink a lot of it. Not as much as he does.
Starbucks is great. Starbucks, actually, I used to have polio. I was going to tell you that, but I drank Starbucks and my polio went away. I used to want to be a rapist. I did. When I was growing up, I was like, I'm going to rape people. It's just going to happen. I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to rape people. I found Starbucks and that cured me from wanting to be a rapist. Like, I deserve a sponsorship. Starbucks can heal the starving kids in Ethiopia. If you give them a mocha every day, it's got like 300 calories in it, so they'd be getting like their little flat stomachs would start to go down a little bit because they're bones anyway. You can give them anything. You give them a dead dog, they'll eat it. So fucking give them a little protein pack. I mean, it works wonders. Like, it's the best place ever.
You drink so much Starbucks and I drink so much Dunkin' Donuts that the guy from Dunkin' Donuts legit will start giving me free shit. He did. He gave my nephew a free donut.
Well, they don't do that at fucking Starbucks. I'll tell them that. That's the one thing I got to complain about.
He gave me extra munchkins. He gave a lot of shit to me.
You know what they do though at Starbucks? And I have to give them credit because they do give a little bit of free stuff. Like if they make your drink the wrong way, they'll sometimes offer you
another
drink that was made. But 9 times out of 10, my problem with that is it's a drink that I'm never going to drink. Like it's some completely random drink that I don't have anybody at that. It's always at a time where I have nobody to give it to. You know what I mean? It's like always a time when I'm not going to see anybody that day. It's like, what do you want me to stick it up my ass for the rest of the day? What do you want me to do?
Oh, I know my mom used to do that with Jamba Juice. Jamba Juice, they used to have like a whole bunch of drinks they fucked up on. And my mom used to go there and get like a whole bunch of free drinks. Because they're going to throw them out anyway, so it's saving them money.
Sounds good to me.
Well,
listen, we are here. We are at a private location. We're not going to say where. And we may be, selling wayward babies that aren't really worth a buff from their mothers. It's not the slave trade. We're actually taking them from crack mothers and giving them to decent homes. We get about $5 for the white ones. They're worth the most. Don't blame me. The black ones, there's a special usually going on. So we're gonna go see what the stock is. Some might be cross-eyed. We just throw them out. We should just throw them out there. We can't really recycle them. The Asian ones we keep. They're smart. So we gotta go see what's in stock. But Sabrina, log out from your own channel, please.
Okay. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed this. And there's going to be a part 2 on his channel on the way going to my house. Bye.